What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Nadege, and I'm back with another video. Alright, y'all, so I really meant it when I said I'm gonna start posting. Hopefully we can keep going about this, because I really want to do it. Alright, so I posted a video last night. It was our night routine, but kinda sorta. He was acting right, really. But today we gonna tell the story time how I found out I was pregnant and how I told my parents, how they reacted, and this and that. So we're gonna get right into this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Go watch that other video. If you haven't already, click out this video, go click into that video, and then come right back to this video. Alright, so anyways, yeah, let's get straight into the video. Alright, y'all, so my baby 3 months, almost 4 months now, so he been here. Say hey. Don't mind his shirt, he been throwing up. Alright, so I remember April 12th is the day I found out. Alright, so it was like around the day of the fair. This is when I started putting puzzles together after I really found out. So the day of the fair last year, I remember like I was feeling sick. My stomach was cramping bad. I'm thinking like that's just my cramp. I'm thinking that's just my cramps because my period finna come. So I'm like not paying no attention to them. Like, this is just my period cramps that my period finna come. Because it was around the time my period supposed to come. My period supposed to come April 3rd. But it was like we was in March because it was the fair. Alright, so I'm like, that's just my period come. My period come at the beginning of April. So that's when April 3rd came, my period didn't come, so I was like, it probably just go change, it's probably changing up or whatever. So it didn't, like, well, I don't know. So it was April 12th, because I cramped for like 2 weeks straight. I was like, that's not normal, but I still ain't paying no attention to it. So I cramped for 2 weeks straight, and then it was one day I was at one of my friend's house, and I'm just sitting there, and I wasn't even cramping or nothing. I was just like, my period haven't came, and I was like, do you think I should take a test? I told myself so. She was like, yeah, you need to take a test. All right. So I text his father, and I was like, I think I need to take a test, but this and that. So we go get a test or whatever, and we had got like one of the little cheap ones or whatever, and I took it. So I was finna get in the shower. At first I was gonna be like, I was just gonna hurry up, put the pee, this and that, take it, and hurry up, jump in the shower so I wanted to see it. But then I ended up just sitting there watching it. So I was watching it, one line came up, I'm like, alright, because you know one line mean negative, 2 lines mean positive. So another line came up, I was like, no. It was a cheap one, so I'm thinking like, nah, it's wrong. I'm like, this ain't right. This is not right. Because I didn't get no symptoms or nothing. I only had cramps and my period was missed. That's the only reason, only way I knew. And then, so I had showed his father, and I was like, look, 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 look. So we both thought it was not true. We was like, So we went to go buy like 5 more. I don't know. We went to go buy a lot of them. So, and I took every last one of them, and they all came back positive. Every last one of them. And we got some expensive ones and everything. I was like, man, it's true. So the next morning, I'm just still thinking, like, it's a dream, it's a dream. So I take another one. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, so I tell my best friend, she's like, oh my God, like everybody, we just shook. I'm still not believing it's true at all. Like, I'm not even crying, nothing. I'm not believing it's true. I'm like, if it's true, how I'm gonna tell my people? I ain't even know. I'm back. I had to put him up because he kept throwing up on me. And he finna start crying, so I'm probably have to get him right back. Alright, so what was it? Hold on, because he doing too much. So I just ended up accepting the fact that I was pregnant. So I remember April 22nd is the day that my mama found out. Because I was at school and I was feeling real sick, like throwing up in my teacher classroom, all that, like feeling sick. So I called my mom. I was like, Mama, I don't feel good. Can you come pick me up? So she came and picked me up. So she dropped me home, and then she went to go finish doing what she was doing. So when she left, she texted me. She was like, did your period come? I was in the tub, and I was already finna text her, like, and let her know, but she came at me first, and she was like, did your period come? And I was like, there's no point of lying. So I was like, no. And she didn't text back after that at all. And then I'm talking about before you know it, I heard her knocking on the restroom door. Well, no, because I had hurry up and got out. And I was just sitting there. She came, she said, what? That's all she said. And I said, huh? And she said, what you said? And I was like, it didn't come. So that's when she was like, come on, get up. Come on, get up. So we and then we went to a birthright. But it was around Easter, I think. And it was closed. And they wasn't opening back until that Sunday. And it was closed. So we couldn't go. So then we go to the doctor's room and she got me a pregnancy test. Remind you, I already knew, but she didn't know that I already had knew. So she get the test and I take it or whatever. And when she make me pee in the cup and then she take the thing, she dip it on her, she do all that, I'll come back in the room and she open up. So I already knew what was gonna say, so I was already nervous. So all I heard her yell was Nadasia. So yeah, I keep looking at me because he right here doing the most. And so she yelled my name and she was like, look at this, look at this. Like she was talking to me, like just talking hella stuff. So she was like, look at you, like she was calling me nasty all day. I'm talking like just running her mouth. So at the beginning she was trying to make me get an abortion. I'm talking about we went to an abortion clinic and everything. Like we did all that. And when they was telling me how it was gonna go, but I got an episode, I'm like, I'm not finna have no abortion. And so when we came, cause we had to go to Houston because they don't got it out here. So then we came back out here, and because the ones they had came with us, this is my baby father, and he was like mad. He did not want me to get no abortion in there. So he called my daddy and he told my daddy. So he told my daddy and they talked this and that. So damn, I didn't want my daddy to know because I was scared. I was just going not tell him nothing. I don't know why, but I just was because I was scared. So we all in mama house, we cutting grass, this and that. My daddy over here, this and that. So my daddy kept throwing hints. He like, I wish you could just tell me. So I'm really looking like what he talking about. And then that's when he told my mama, he was like, we ain't having no abortion. So I had told him, I said, come here. And we went in the house. I said, Mom, you told my daddy. She was like, no, did you? I said no, because he keeps saying, I wish you could just tell me. And then she was like, and he just told me ain't no abortion. So I'm like, man, my daddy knows. So I'm talking about before you know it, my mom was like, it's time, you gotta tell him, you gotta tell him. And I started crying. I was like, no. I was like, And so, then right after that, my daddy was banging on my mama's room door, like bang on door. So we like, I started crying because I'm like, oh, bro, I really gotta tell him now. He was like, open the door, y'all really gonna do this? Open the door. So right before we opened the door, my mama asked me, she said, I'm gonna ask you this one more time. She was like, do you want an abortion? And I started crying. I was like, no. And so that's when she started crying. She started hugging me. She was like, I'm sorry if I feel like I was pushing you to do this. And if you don't want to do it, we're not going to do it. You know, all that. So then my daddy came in. I ain't even had to say nothing. All he did, he said, sit down today. So I sat down. And he got down. He was like, you're not getting no abortion. I was like, my daddy knew. And I'm thinking, like, my daddy finna let me go crazy, all that. But he didn't. He just kept saying, we're not having no abortion. You gonna have this baby. You finna do what you gotta do. You know, just saying all that. So, we ended up that same day, my daddy made me call everybody in my family and let them know. Like, I had to go to my great grandma. I had to tell her. And everybody in my family just told me, you're not getting no abortion. You're not getting no abortion. I was like, I'm thinking like my people finna, I don't know what I was thinking, but they all just told me the same thing, like, you're not about to get no abortion and stuff like that. And like, now that I had him, like, I mean, he's loved in my family, of course. He loved, like, in his whole family, like, on both sides. That boy spoiled too. But I'm just saying, I was so nervous. Like, I was really finna get an abortion. Well, mom was trying to make me get one, but I had it on my. At first, I was like, I gotta do what my mama say. I gotta do what she say. You know, just saying all that. But I'm really glad I didn't get an abortion because how beautiful my baby face is. Letting that go, I can't do it. But everybody been wanting me to do this video, and it's not really like It wasn't nothing like major, but it was like, you know, it was something, you know, it was a story to something. It's everything. So that is my story on how I found out I was pregnant, how my parents found out, and how they reacted. Nobody went crazy. My mom probably did the most. Like, out of everybody, my mom probably was the one who went off. She the only one that went off at that. And that's most likely it. Like, y'all, I'm kind of happy I had a baby though, to be honest. Like, I was gonna have kids anyways. But, I don't know. It just made me look at stuff a lot different. And I am very thankful for my baby. But anyways, this is my story time on how I found out I was pregnant, how my people found out, and how they reacted. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Can y'all please subscribe? I want to post. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Now I really gotta post, and make sure y'all watch this whole video. If you got to this point and you didn't watch that whole video, go back and watch that whole video for me, please. Like, seriously. Anyways, I gotta get off this camera because my baby is puking. Anyways, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back with another video probably tomorrow. Never know. Just comment down what y'all want me to do. Text my Instagram, whatever it's called, gonna be in the description below. Make sure y'all go check out my other video. And yeah, that is it for today's video.